Hello, welcome to episode 16 of Oxygen Not Included at the toughest difficulty. I'm not going to go with that. Last I was deciding what to do with this fish tank area. Oh, let's cancel this. I don't need... I think what I'm going to do... Yeah, I definitely don't need to dig all this out just yet. Let's start by digging this out, though. I believe if I go 4 high... Let's start with the smaller tank first. I'll run this all the way to the end of the map is what I'm thinking. So if I go 4 high, each Pacu needs 8 tiles of water, and each Pacu needs 2 of these seacums. So if I go 4 high, that'll give me 2 seacums at the top, which should keep these guys happy. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4. Something like this. And then I'm going to need to give these guys water. So I think what I'll do is I'll convert this salt water into clear water. I just for the sake of like prettiness, I'm going to make this all nice fresh water. And I also want to make a nature reserve in here, so while they're doing all this work, they'll get the advantage of the nature reserve. Let's get this bleach stone out of there. So in order to get this nature reserve, let's put some walls in. Go like that, and like that. This will be a nature reserve. Okay, meanwhile, I have to get water. I was thinking about getting polluted water out of here. Let's see how our water situation is doing. It looks like we might be running low on water getting up into this area, since I'm just dribbling this out. And we seem to have finished up all these other little stray areas. So let's think about this. Let's go ahead and say after you're done in here, if we don't use that, if I don't use that, let's just send it into here just to get more food, more water over. But also, I think I want to take some of this and send it all the way up over to here. So let's think about the best way of doing that. If I take the water, let's grab it. I'm going to send it all the way up. Let's go up, let's jump over this. And let's run it through, let's run all the way across. Something like that. Let's fill these in. And fill this in. Okay, let's put our door here. So this water coming out of here is going to be some brine, some polluted water. So let's get the same setup. Where I've got a desalinator. And a water sieve. Let's cancel some liquid pipes here. Okay, so this should be getting a decent supply of fresh water over. It's gonna come out, up, over. Let's jump this. Oops. Where's your plumbing? Okay, we'll jump this bridge. And dump it in here. The fish are also going to require to be fed. So maybe for a little bit here, I'm going to deconstruct that and put a fish feeder in. Just to make them tame. I think the idea is once they're tame, and I've got a steady supply of tame fish. I don't know if they'll stay tame eating the eating off the sea cum, or if that makes them wild again. I'm not sure. Maybe they're only get tamed when they eat from the seafood. I'm not when they eat from the fish feeder. I'm not really sure how that works. But we will learn today, or not maybe today, but maybe in like 5 or 10 sessions. So I got the hiccups. Okay, this area, I'm going to pump this. This is going to be also a big chunk of water that I can grab. Let's drain it up out of here and send it all the way up and over. There's the ladder. Let's go up. And this is salty salt water. You know, for now, that salt water can go all the way up to the to those jabos. They could use some more water in their tank. But this area, the idea is to dig this up, get salt water down here. I'll drain all this salt water down. Talking about draining down. Let's go ahead and get this all into here. So I can pump this up and we'll get some more stuff in that jawbo tank. Because I think there's a bunch of jawbos down here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 more jawbos to get up there. And they're going to get upset when they get so many up there. You know, let's go for this also. This is working, but it's not working that fast. I want to cool this off even faster. So let's move this ladder over. And I'm going to put a third one of these steam turbines in here. I had thought about doing that before, but now it's getting to the point where I need to do it. Okay, so steam turbines down here. I'm going to use that to get this power source for these waters. These were leaking, it looks like, or were about to leak. Let's seal that up. And this one I'm worried. I don't want this stuff to leak down here and drown this guy. So let's get another pump over here to pump all this out, just in case I'm going to mop. No research. Let's get the research going. Looks like I'm almost done with the research. Okay, we're going to map that up. It's a bunch of brine. Whoops. take that brine and feed it into this pipe here. There we go. So they'll suck up the brine. Maybe I'll dump this brine down and send it all out. There's a 1 megafront. I could plant a second megafront in here because this gives so much chlorine that it'll keep them happy to have a second megafront. Maybe I'll wait till the water's gone and then I'll plant it next to there. That's, I guess, a longer term solution. Okay, let's get this done. So I get a second turbine working. The sooner I get the second turbine working, the faster that I will finish sucking all this out and getting access to this wonderful copper. The reason I want the copper is because I can imagine a day when, let's cancel that ladder. I'm going to put a wall here because I don't want 2 other ways in and out of the base. Everyone has to go through the Atmosuit docks is the plan. Let's sweep up. There's some bleach stones there. Okay, so only one way in and out of the base. And what was I saying? The water's going to come up, go through here. Let's finish that ladder. I think I'd set these priorities to 3 before, but let's make it a 5 so they can actually do the work. So we're going to come up here and then start filling this up with water. Meanwhile, this is going to get salty water. I'm going to leave that little pile of sand there for the short term. You know what? Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter where that is. Let's go here and get another desalinator. The idea being all the salt water is going to come down. Maybe I can even push this up, I'm not sure, but I'll desalinate it and dump it in here as well. Something like that. Let's get our connective wire. Auto sweepers. I'm going to make these out of copper. Want to get that. I'm going to leave a little bit of overlap so that these 2 sweepers can sweep to the same conveyor loader, which will be right in the middle. So 2 conveyor sweepers will sweep to 1 loader. And the conveyor loader is going to have to check. I want to see if there's any eggs. We want to save the eggs. There could be tropical eggs. There could be also gulpfish eggs, maybe? I'm not sure. Pacu eggs. For now, we'll just leave 1. Oops. So we're going to sweep it out here. If there's an egg, let's put the egg up here. If there's not an egg, let's dump it over. Can I send it all the way back to the base? I'll just dump it here for now. Maybe later I'll send stuff all the way back to the base. I can imagine in the long term there'll be like fish corpses, eggs, and eggshells. That'll probably be the only 3 things that'll be left at the very end, once this is fully built. Alright, let's see what's going on. Oops. So the idea is the conveyor chute's going to pick up anything they leave down in here. The fish, they'll be pooping out polluted dirt. The polluted dirt will get sent back up into these farm tiles. Everything else is going to get shipped out. Let's get it. Where's our food? The fish feeder. The fish need to be tamed, I think. I don't think they'll become tame just from eating the sea combs, but they might get tamed from eating out of a fish feeder. So let's get a fish feeder in here. Oh, this didn't get dug out. Let's dig that out. There we go. How are we doing with water? Yeah, okay. So we've got our brine and polluted water coming up here. It'll go into this system. Is it powered? Nope, not powered yet. So let's add some power. And that'll start pouring water into here. Yep, that's going to pour water in. Meanwhile, this salt water is going to come up here and get cleaned out. Okay. So they'll come down here, and I'm going to just drain all the salt water out. Down here. Let's stop the digging of this for the time being, because I want to pour all the salt water out. Might have to kind of go backwards to get it all drained out. Okay, let's drain this. Drain it over here. Keep working my way down. Ooh, that sounds like some big explosions. Whew! Yikes. I guess I have to worry about this stuff cracking through. Oh, man! I don't have steel yet to protect my base. It looks like that's something I'm going to have to work on, is getting steel to protect my base. Good thing that telescope is no longer there. Alright, so we got water coming in from both sides. That's good. For now, let's give these guys sweat corn seeds to eat. And if once the water gets deep enough, I will start feeding them. I mean, I will move them up here. Oh, let's see. Oop. Nope, not there. So the idea is also to try to get a nature reserve here, a park, so that while they're doing all this work, they will get some morale bonus for just doing their work around here. I thought I misclicked. Let's cancel that build. Alright, how are we doing down below? Let's check on this. Alright. Let's make sure this gets built. And let's put another one of these guys in right about... Yep. So one of the valves is going to be sealed off. I've never done this before, but I think it's supposed to work. So we'll build it. And it's going to have hot water coming out. That needs to get fed into here. So maybe with 3 steam turbines, it'll cool off even faster. To kind of get ahead of the game. I'm going to want to start getting this copper out of here if I can. Right, let's get this stuff done. Get this water pumping. Oh yeah, this is a 3. They're never going to get that built. Let's... Oops. get this done. So we can pump water up. How'd this ever go? Looks like it got kind of snagged. Maybe if I delete that, maybe it'll work its way down. It looks like, yeah, so this little drip of regular water is holding the salt water back. Either that or I have to mop up this a little bit. Oh, nope, that took care of it. Let's cancel this. Alright. So we're mopping it out, giving these guys some more water to work with. Down here, these jobos. 1, 2, 3, 4 more jobos. So let's make sure I can get down to them. I think this is polluted water over here. Which is gonna, I guess, I'm gonna have to feed it up through this chlorine. Do I want to free this right now or not? What if it spills into there? I guess that's just more water to be pumped. I guess that's fine. I will go through here. Why is this not accessible? That drawing is unreachable. I would think they should be able to come down, get across. Maybe this is not accessible here. But once they get that, maybe then they can come down and across. Something like that. That should give us access to these 2 jobos. An elderly one. Alright, things are going good. They're all busy working. Getting some water in here. I'm going to do this kind of in phases. As this fills up, then I'll start filling up this section next. You know, I'll keep on working my way over. Alright, let's prioritize this a little bit so we can get done. Check our rooms. Yep, we do have a nature reserve, so people can get happy every time they come and do some work in this area. It'll improve their morale. I'm looking for a great cook or a great rancher. The reason I think I need a cook... Oh, let's research. Because eventually if I do start having a lot of fish, I'll have to fry them all up in the grill. Oh, what's going on here? We got problems. Something's breaking. Oh, I bet you it's freezing. The water's coming through too cold. -6 degrees. Okay. Let's put an end to that temporarily. And I've got to heat up this water a little bit. Let's check the base. Oh yeah, that's cold. That's really cold coming through here. Can I make it even more cold? This area looks like it could use a little more extra cooling. So let's switch to some radiant pipes made of gold just to... Oops. It's ugly, but for the short term, I just need to warm it up so it's over... It has to get to positive degrees. It's coming out so cold it's freezing the pipes. This is some really chill water over here. Oops. Oh, I could check skills. What do we have for skills? Ash can. You're a builder. Yeah, let's work towards this suits. Higby. Let's get you an exosuit. 21 morale. That's a lot of morale. I have to make sure he's got a good bedroom. Lyra. I think you're pretty good as it is. Otto, you've got exosuit training. Max. I don't know what to do with Max. Let's give him just a little more supplying. I mean, mechatronics engineering is nice, but he can't build anything, so it's kind of useless. Amari. You're good. Liam. What's Liam doing? Liam is a digger. Just a dedicated digger? Alright, so let's start getting you towards exosuits too, but you're going to be digger. Hassan, you're sort of set. Camille, you got like radiation poisoning? What's going on with Camille? But I think she's our other mechatronics engineer. And Nails is good. What is going on with Camille? Camille's got food poisoning. Can I solve that? Curative tablet. I need coal. I don't have any coal. I don't even know how to get coal. I have not seen coal anymore. I guess food poisoning they just have to live with. But why are they getting food poisoning? There should not be that many germs around here. Some bathroom germs, but they should be washing up. Whether they come in or out. And the food should, for the most part, be going through this system here where I've got chlorine gas in the background, where it's deep frozen with chlorine gas. Alright. That buzzing in the background is my phone call, but I don't need to take it. Oh boy. Alright. So we got 3 of these working. That's good. And let's make sure... You know what? I'm going to stop grabbing... I'm going to start getting copper out of here. Let's get copper. Where is our copper? Refined metal. For now, let's just grab some copper. Let's get the copper going. And did I build these out of copper? I was thinking I'm going to build these. Copper, copper, copper. Okay. Looks like we got a lot of bleach stone in here. Sweep up that bleach stone. Sweep up that. Okay, we're getting water in here. That's good. Has this warmed up enough? Yes, it's 8 degrees. Let's get that rebuilt again. And even at the last minute, I might even put a little radiant pipe right there just to make sure it gets warmed up at the last minute. Okay. Plumbing, plumbing. Oh, this is getting plenty of salt water up there. Let's direct this water over here. Like that. So I'll keep on drawing salt water from down here. And I'll draw brine from over here when they get that built. Okay, let's check this bioscan. Let's deconstruct these things. Having trouble breathing. Do I have no oxygen over here? No, they got oxygen. Oh, it just got kind of tangled up with some of these other... There's just not a lot of airflow coming through here. I don't know if I have to submit a bioscan or if I can destroy that. Okay, you know what? Let's cancel this. This is dug over far enough. I don't need to dig any further. Let's get this bioscan. Okay. Still got food poisoning. No more research. Let's research. I think I'm almost done with the research. Pretty soon I might shut these off and dislodge these wheezeworts. Okay, water coming in from both sides. A lot of soggy feet, though. That's not good. Alright, these guys, let's, before you lay an egg and start getting people mad, let's relocate you down here. How are we doing with water? 800, almost 1 square deep. Pretty soon I can start migrating these guys up into this area. Which reminds me, let's start grabbing everything. Oops. Let's take everything except for polluted dirt. And sweep it out of there. And here is going to be if you see a Pacu egg. We'll save it. Alright. Water's going slower through here. Oh, because it needs to be fed into this system. Which looks like it's well populated. These guys are doing good. Lum is elderly, but he laid a couple of eggs for me before he's going to die of old age. Are these tame eggs? I can't remember. This egg is 0% wild, and this egg is probably 0% wild. Okay, so we're going to have 2 tame ones eventually after that one dies, so I'll maybe make these ranches. This one I might actually be able to dig up and make this, you know, more like an industrial area and leave these down here as ranches. Alright, I think I'm going to call it for the day. And I've got family members that are asking for my help. So I will talk to you shortly. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Is it saving?